welcome to Kevin Dunphy Custom Woodworking, Custom Concrete. Now I know the concrete's a little bigger, so we seem to be doing all wood, but we'll show why later on. Now, here I am, I'm showing the finishing on this piece. I did one video of us putting this together, and what we really tried to do was just bring out the grain. And we had the panels, which were courtesan veneer, and we didn't want to blacken it like this. If we had put the stain here, we would have killed the wood. It would have really been darkened. So but we also use different grades of African mahogany. Like some of it's like a little darker like this, some of it's not. So we'll explain our process. And the big thing is doing a kitchen is not like doing a little guitar. Like you can fool around if you don't like it, sand it off. But this stuff's a nightmare. And there's a piece, like I said there when I was building it, I'll have a little light balance like this going over. So, and then, there'll be a lot of light coming through this bad boy. All right? So that's going to really affect the color. So we wanted it a little lighter here, but darker here. And at the same token, in 6 months, this wood's going to age. All right? So I think the finishing we've done, anybody can do it, even if you're in the garage or DIY or whatever. And the other thing is, if you can't handle something this long, you could do it in stages. You could put, I don't know, 2 of these together, and then, like two pieces, and then do it on site. And with the clear coat that we're using, you can put it on with a brush, and you can make it look like sprayed. So I think we've covered it. And there's no catalyst or anything else like this. It's a proven, true clear coat. God knows how long it's been used. The only thing I don't like about it, or any of the clear coats for that matter, is in direct sunlight. But that's another topic. Thank you, and enjoy the video. All right, now the sanding was all done. It was brutal in the sense that, you got these stupid corners here, and then, you put a little bit of putty in and try and clean it up. The darker the putty you have, like I used the mahogany putty, sometimes it could bleed into the wood, so you don't want to take that chance when you have the stain. Now, roll up my rag, a nice clean rag. I just used a spot here and there for the stain. The stain I used, there's 3 colors in this. And I know I said keep it simple, but not this case. You see the color right away? I put a dye in here, and I'm doing it by hand. And I'm going to tell you why. We got those panels, those courtesan, and a lot of this wood here is different. And after this, I'm going to oil it. How are we doing? Not bad, eh? Not bad. One part I'm having a bit of a tough time is right here. The other way I'm staining is I used a lot of different pieces, and I want to get that. So I'm just kind of like rubbing it in. I'm rubbing in the stain till basically the wood can't drink anymore. You'll know when you get there. And I tried with the rag on the first side, and I got a little smarter. I got a paintbrush for the corners. made the job so much easier. It was hard to get in there with the rag, and I should have known better with the corners. And there's really not much to say about it. Like I said, the stain has oil in it, so that's filling the pores. And my goal is not like to paint it, but just tone it a bit so that when the quarter sawn panel goes in, it doesn't look so stark. You'll see what I mean? The quarter sawn panel only has oil, and I stained the whole area, and I rubbed it in the same as I couldn't drink it anymore. And you can also see now the sides, the pieces that we added. You saw the other video where we made this unit. Now it looks like one piece, and the definition really sticks out on it, and I'm very happy with it. Now the spring, I got my pressure turned up a little higher. I'm about almost 30 pounds. You'll see why in a minute with this clear coat, but it really sprayed beautifully. And my goal here is really just to bring out the grain. It's like an oil, it's like a spar. You can use spar varnish or equivalent, and really I'm just filling the pores, trying to get level, and then that's the only way you can get the depth with the mahogany. There's no other way to do it. It's the next day after the spraying, and here's a little crash course. You really haven't worked with irritants. So we put about 4 coats of oil. We really let it drench, and of course the stain. Now we gave 1 coat of the polyurethane. What we're trying to do is create a barrier now, a total seal, that there's no way that oil would migrate through. So with the oil in behind, it's already left, and plus using this, which is an oil base, it literally has become one. So you got this like amazing depth here, and I'm very happy with that. What I just used this stuff. I'm not getting paid for it. I used high gloss because I want the high gloss. After, we'll use our famous, on this job, Identity Plus Clear, and that I'll use satin on the final 2 coats. But right now, I'm trying to get all the grain filled, and you may not be able to see it in the camera. All of it went down into the pores, it leveled out, and then when it dries, because it's not very, like there's dust pounded in there, all the other crap, and as it dries, it pushes it up. So on top of it, you can feel really rough. And the only way to do it, or to get rid of it, is I'll use 320, don't use 220. Take it easy. Watch it around your corners here, eh? Because you could hit the stain and fade it. And just go with the grain. This is the next day with this stuff. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, that's really nice. Look at that, eh? So I'm cutting through this like butter almost. And just, taking a post. Some say it's better to start low and then go with the dust. I don't know. I just kind of go here. The only drawback with it, I guess the first coat, kind of clogs, it kills the sandpaper. The stuff is pretty strong. And I'm going to put my panel first. See, dust or the white tells you where you really are. And of course, I gotta blow this out inside the spray booth. I didn't want to, drag this thing up by myself. I'm kind of going left to right. I don't know. Like, whatever you feel. You don't have to go with the grain. You can go against it. It doesn't really matter with this. It's not the same as sanding bare wood. Well, that was really sealed nicely. But it is going to kill the sandpaper. I don't know, it's because there's, you can see it feels, it's not really clogging so bad, like it's where it's wet. It just seems like it's getting dull really fast. Look, I'm anxious to get this sealed and everything else because obviously you can't spray too much with this piece, even when you drag it out. It's an awkward piece. You could assemble this on site and get it, but I chose to do it in the shop only because I wanted that perfect. I want those seams, everything sealed, and I'll be able to do it like this. If you're spraying, and even if you're a professional, or whatever. I've seen guys try to do doors with hangers and spray vertically. I'm going to say it out loud, it's dumb. How much clear coat you're really getting on a door like that without it running? Get this stuff flat, take your time, let the product flow out as it's drying. You'll get a way better finish, deeper clear coat. Your product will last it because if you're using latex paints and you're fuming it vertically, thinking, okay, I got it, the UVs or the sun will just burn that off. You really got to get a good coat. So remember that. Just make it easy. Like I wouldn't want to spray this vertically. I would never get the pores filled the same. Anybody who's ever done a finish, like a true high gloss finish polish, and who's tried it vertically, it'll take you 4 times the coats as opposed to when you go in flat. So use gravity as your advantage, because here my whole objective is to seal the wood so I stop all oil penetration and fill the grain, and then I'm home free. Thank you. This is the third and final coat. I got a little smarter with it. I put the suit on. The oil, when you spray it, the overspray, because I got the pressure up higher, really gets on the clouds. And I'm just spraying each, whatever you want to call it, square panel, one at a time. It's hard to do this at one piece and come right across. So, just, like I said, keep your gun steady. Try not to flick. That's the biggest thing where you see when people don't know how to spray. And there were a lot of other tips with proper gun technique, holding it and try to keep your hand steady from one end to the other, so you don't have one end has deeper clear coat than the other end. The other thing is, thank you for watching. And please subscribe, support the channel. We'll try to break down these videos the best we can. Like I said, these are a complicated project, doing a kitchen. It's really impossible to do it in one video. So on this kitchen, and plus with the house, we're breaking it down step by step so that hopefully all this makes sense and it's not some thinking like we got some voodoo magic, bring out the color.